Good morning, my brothers. Today's March 9th, and so we turn to the book of Proverbs, chapter 9, for God's daily dose of wisdom. And as I was reading through Proverbs chapter 9, verses 1 through 6 jumped off the page, and they read like this. Wisdom has built her house. She has hewn out her 7 pillars. She has prepared her food. She has mixed her wine. She has also set her table. She has sent out her maidens. She calls from the tops of the heights of the city. Whoever is naive, let him turn in here. To him who lacks understanding, she says, Come, eat of my food and drink of the wine I have mixed. Forsake your folly and live, and proceed in the way of understanding. Great words. What's he talking about? Well, a wise preacher once said that if you look hard enough, you can find Christ on every page of the Bible. And that is no more true than it is here in Proverbs chapter 9. In fact, in the entire book of Proverbs, yesterday we learned that Christ is the wisdom of God. And so the personification of wisdom is none other than Jesus Christ himself. And so what is he talking about here when he says wisdom has built her house? She has hewn out her 7 pillars. Well, architecturally, 7 pillars would denote the 4 corners of the building, and then center posts on 3 sides of the buildings so that you could have one side that was open so that people could enter into the building. It was a depiction of the perfect way to build a house so that it was stable and it was sturdy. But more important than that, the number 7 is the number of completion or the number of perfection. It's also depicted, that number is also depicted several other areas. In fact, it's in the book of Revelation where the 7 churches in the book of Revelation describe the entirety of the church of Christ. So we understand that 7 is a picture of perfection. So this is a house, a perfectly built house that she has built in order to invite people in. And some scholars, some commentators have said that this depiction of the 7 pillars is a depiction of the church itself, that Christ has built his church and he has hewn out her 7 pillars as a reflection of those 7 churches in the book of Revelation. Now, it also goes on, says she has prepared her food. Literally, that phrase, she has prepared her food, means she has killed her animals. She has slaughtered the slaughter. She is preparing a banquet. The food that she is preparing is a huge banquet, and it's a party that she's putting together here. She's mixed her wine. The wine that is mixed is mixed with herbs and spices, as we read in the Song of Solomon, how she has mixed her wine with spices and pomegranate. And this picture that is being painted here is a picture of a giant party that she is putting together. And we know that because it says she has also set her table and she has sent out her maidens. And in biblical times, when someone was going to throw a party, what they would do is they would send out an advance notice. But at the time of the party, when it was ready, when everything was prepared and everything was ready, and they were ready to receive guests, they would send out people to make this declaration. And we read that in the book of Matthew when the rich man has put together the party and he sent out the invitations and people are making excuses as to why they can't come. And so he sends out his servants and he collects the people from the roads and the byways and the hedges and so forth. It's a very similar picture here. She sent out her maidens, but not only has she sent out her maidens to tell everybody that she's ready, she herself calls from the tops of the heights of the city. Whoever is naive, let him turn in here. She doesn't just leave the invitation to her maidens, she makes the invitation herself. What does she say? She says, to him who lacks understanding, she says, come, eat of my food and drink of the wine I have mixed. Forsake your folly and live and proceed in the way of understanding. This is a clear allusion to the invitation that Christ gives to all people to follow after him, to proceed in his way of understanding. This is an invitation to all, and the invitation is set forth here in the book of Proverbs hundreds of years before Christ. It's a prophecy of the invitation for all to come and follow him. You can find Christ on every book, on every page of the Bible. My brothers, I love you. I hope you go out and you make a difference in someone's life today. God bless you.